Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to KOTOR. My name is Burning Earth Chris, and I'm going to be your pilot tonight. So in the last episode, we settled a feud with two families on Dantooine, and in this episode, we're going to continue our quest to explore those ruins.
I'm here.
Where are we again? Okay, the Sandro grounds. I'll return to the Ebon Hawk. Might as well just do that. Oh, Carth can level up. Cool. Maybe I'll give you improved sniper shot. And that should do it for now. Let's see if I can buy something here. I'm not sure if I need anything, but let me... Welcome to my shop. Feel free to look around. Take a break from the trials of Jedi training. Speaking of which, I've heard you heard about the Kinrath caves, the lightsaber crystal caves. How do you know that? I have my sources. Anyway, I've got a little proposal for you. Those Kinrath caves are crawling with crystals. Valuable crystals. Sure, the Jedi use them to make their lightsabers, but it's not like they need them all, right? I'd pay very handsomely for any crystals that happen to end up in my eager hands. Could I get in trouble for this? It's not like you have to tell the Jedi Council what you're doing, and it's not like anyone's gonna miss a few extra crystals, right? Anyway, think about it. Bring me those crystals here and I'll buy them for you, no questions asked. You might want to keep one for yourself, though. You'll need it for your lightsaber.
I'm not an expert on the Jedi, but this seems like the kind of thing that could get a person into a lot of trouble.
The crystals are sacred. No self-respecting Jedi would ever do such a thing.
What's the big deal? It's not like you'd be hurting anyone. There's plenty of crystals in that case, so what's the harm in giving me a couple? You wouldn't be the first, you know. I don't think the Jedi Council approves, but they don't make a big deal about it. They've got more important things to worry about. But enough of this. I'm sure there's another reason you came into my shop. That's new. That entire dialogue is actually relatively new from what I understand. It's part of the restored content mod, though, I guess, so... Alright, let's see what he has for sale. Maybe I can buy a couple med packs. Yeah. Let me see, though. Let me just double check. I got 23 med packs, okay. Maybe I didn't need that many after all, but, 57? That, Huh, I understand congratulations are in order. You decided to join the Jedi rank and file. Jedi Chris. Another fresh-faced apprentice ready to leap into the Jedi training with both feet. Well, best of luck to you is all I can say about that. It's always good to see another ally in the fight against darkness and corruption. There were more people like you around, and an honest businessman could make a decent living. Companies like that damn Circuit Corp wouldn't even exist. But listen to me. What have you heard about the Mandalorian Raiders? They're vermin, mostly. Leftovers from the Mandalorian Wars. They lost their armies and worlds and now wander the galaxy raiding weak farms and outposts. Any reasonably well-defended base could withstand them. This enclave, for instance, would never fall to them. They do make trouble for the farmers, though. They're almost as much of a burden on the ordinary people as that damn Zerka Corporation. But I digress. Okay. Let me see if the hut has anything to say before we proceed any further. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, I'm getting over a bit of a cold. Welcome back, young Jedi. You were kind to spend time with the poor old hut. He doesn't have anything new to say. Okay. Well, I guess nothing left to do except talk to the... No, we gotta go explore the ruins, so let's do that. Oh, Juhani. Yeah, let's talk with her real quick.
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again welcome within the Jedi Order.
Have you spoken to the Council?
I have spoken to the Council, and they have helped me see the truth. The truth about myself, and the truth of my actions. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. KOTOR wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light.
That's pretty harsh.
KOTOR's methods may seem strange, but I trust her wisdom. This lesson has been difficult, but I am better because of it. Humility is never easy to teach, but now I truly understand my own limitations. After our last battle, KOTOR had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide, you, back to the light. When I left, KOTOR knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
First the Jedi trick you into becoming an enemy, then they welcome you back as a friend. I can't say I approve of their training methods.
This has been a painful lesson, Juhani, but it seems you have learned it well. I'm certain you will be a credit to the Order.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come.
Well, I wish her well. Let's talk with Belaya.
You have done a great thing. One of our own had strayed, but you have returned Juhani to the Order. For this, you deserve the highest praise.
Okay. Well, thank you, Belaya. Fun fact, I do want to point something out here. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way, sorry. Juhani is actually written as a lesbian character. I thought that was pretty cool, actually, believe it or not. This was a game that was made in 2003, and I don't really know if there are any other games around that time frame or before that even to introduce, you know, LGBTQ characters into this and into gaming, and I respect BioWare for doing that. So oh, I gotta tell Farmer John over here what's going on. How's it going?
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet?
I fought and killed their leader.
Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you.
There's no need for a reward, John.
No, please take it. This pitiful amount will never be enough for what you have done for me. Again, I thank you. I will be sure to tell the Council of your great deed.
I got 1,000 credits and light side points. Nice, I'll take it. Hi, Elise. I got some news for you about your droid. I'm sure you'll take it quite well.
My droid is still missing. I can feel him like a hole in my aching heart.
I'm afraid your droid had to be destroyed.
My droid? Destroyed? No. No, this cannot be happening. I can't bear to live without him.
She ran off towards the Jedi Enclave. I'm sure she'll be fine. But okay, let's explore the ruins. No time to worry about that now. More calf hounds. Jesus Christ, I thought you were going to attack me. Okay. Oh, it's open now. Huh. Well, let's go see what's what. Ancient droid. Who are you supposed to be?
Sharti king watawama mulira. Yuma lifba ak inkoku. Da huba boktenya go juju biti. Just grogito patslimo.
What language is that? What are you trying to say? I still don't understand you.
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
I can reproduce any of the languages spoken by the slaves of the builders. Hey, I understood that.
I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath?
Communication was vital to ensure that the slaves constructed this temple according to the wishes of the builders. But you are not of the slave species, neither are you the builders. You are like the one who came before.
It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malik likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
What are you? Why are you here? I am the Overseer. The builders programmed me to enforce discipline among the slaves while this monument to the power of the Starforge was constructed. At project completion, all slaves were executed. I was reprogrammed to search should a builder return in search of knowledge of the Starforge. How long have you been here? My chronological circuits have marked over 10 full revolutions to the system's outermost planet around the sun since the builders left.
10 revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. The builders constructed by chronological circuitry using the technology of the Starforge itself. My calculations are infallible. That's a very long time there. Holy crap. Who are these builders you keep talking about? The builders were the great masters of the galaxy, the conquerors of all worlds, the rulers of the Infinite Empire, and the creators of the Starforge.
These builders must have been an extinct people. Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
Something must have happened to wipe the builders out. The empire of the builders is infinite and everlasting. None can stand against their might and the power of the Starforge. Have you seen a builder recently? I have been here ever since the completion of this monument, and all this time, no builder has returned to seek information on the Starforge. Alright, so now for the big question. What is the Starforge? The Starforge is the glory of the builders, the apex of their infinite empire. It is a machine of invincible might, a tool of unstoppable conquest. You don't really know what it is, do you? The Starforge is the glory of the builders, the apex of their infinite empire. It is a machine of invincible might, a tool of unstoppable conquest.
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything.
Could it have been a factory or weapons plant?
Maybe. That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect the Starforge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
Where can we find the Starforge? Now that the slaves are gone, my purpose is to aid those who seek the knowledge of the Starforge, if they are worthy. The ones who came before you, the ones like you, not builders but not slaves, sought knowledge of the Starforge and its origins. They proved themselves worthy. I discovered the secrets of the Starforge locked behind the steel door behind me. But there was another who failed to unlock the secrets, and paid the ultimate price.
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo.
Ah.
Council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
That was the old Jedi that was outside the Enclave, I think. Did you kill the Jedi over there? I am not programmed for combat. I did not harm the one who failed. The Temple's own protections will destroy those who seek knowledge of the Starforge if they are deemed unworthy. How can I prove myself worthy, then? Enter the Proving Grounds to the east and the west. Within them, those who understand the will of the voters can unlock their secrets and open the doors. But those who fail will be destroyed by the power of the Temple itself. More than this, I am not programmed to say.
Revan and Malak unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malak is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge. The Republic is depending on us.
Alright. So let's prove ourselves worthy. So essentially we have to go over here, and then over there, I guess. Uh-oh. Enemy sighted. Guardian droid. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Again, recovering from a cold. Alright, so let's see what we can do against this guy. My force speed is still active. That's odd. The game glitches like that, I guess, at times. But okay, let's get into this. Uh-oh. This droid's proven pretty immune. There's gotta be an easier way from this. Hold on. I'm gonna use a combat. What's this? Ancient terminal. Alright, you two keep him busy. I'm gonna see what this is all about.
You go!
The ancient computer hums and throbs as you approach it. Its screen flickers to life as a stream of incomprehensible characters scroll across it. Let me press a button.
You asked for this!
A new sequence of equally incomprehensible characters appears on the screen. Press many buttons at random. Nope. Attempt to slice the ancient system? Let's try this. Given no knowledge of the ancient system and a patented ability to read its output, your attempt is doomed. Let me kick the computer real quick. You kick the computer. Your foot hurts. Okay. Let's talk to the computer then. The computer goes silent, its screen blank. A few extremely unusual characters then appear on the screen. The computer emits a rapid sequence of tones. You hear one of those tones softly echoed by your datapad. A small data receptacle opens in the front of the ancient machine. Okay, let's insert our datapad into it then. The computer seems to be interfacing with the datapad. The screen goes blank again, and then more familiar characters begin to appear on the screen. Risky? Jesus Oyun so I don't know how you say that. Let me talk to the computer again.
You asked for this!
The computer goes silent again, humming softly. It seems to be processing data from your datapad. Your datapad is released with the receptacle and the machine goes silent for a moment before flickering into life again. Data interpretation complete. Language analysis complete. Identify the 3 primary life-giving sea world types. Okay, oceanic worlds, grassland worlds, and arboreal worlds. Planetary type conducted to life, breaking life seal. What the hell? My mouse is missing. Alright, hold on a second. Oh, there it is. How you guys doing? Not very good. Alright, you two keep him busy.
How'd you like that?
I'm gonna. If my hunch is correct, I think there's another computer over here. And another Guardian droid. Wonderful. Excuse me. So I guess I have to do the same thing over here. So talk to the computer. Insert the datapad. Talk to the computer again. Death-giving sea world types. Okay, so desert, volcanic, and barren. Do you have anything to say about that? Man. Oh! Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's what happens. Right, okay, so... I knew there had to be a way to destroy those droids a little easier, so essentially what you have to do is, you have to run to the computers, guess the correct world types, and then run towards the doors that lead to whatever's past the middle door. Interesting, okay. What's in this wreckage? Environment shield level 1, droid light plating type 2, droid motion sensors type 1. Nice, I'll take those. No remains on you. Are there any remains on the other droid? I don't think so. And can we do anything else with these computers? The ancient computer stands silent and still. Oh, okay. Something else we have to do before we go. Nemo's remains. Let's see what he's got. A crystal and a Jedi Knight robe. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I'll get the Jedi Knight robe to Bastila. Maybe I should give her some strength gauntlets too. Yeah, I think that'd be helpful. Give myself an Ichani shield. That'll also prove very helpful. But okay. Oh, I can level up. Alright. Let me see. I think I'll upgrade my intelligence for 2 more levels before I do anything else with regards to my attributes. I'll upgrade my stun over to stasis too, because that'll just immobilize opponents in a nicer fashion. Okay, so what is over here? You have proven yourself worthy to seal doors open. If you wish to learn the secrets of the Starforge, you must pass through the door to the room beyond. Okay. Well, let's go find out what's what.
This must be what Revan and Malak found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began.
I don't get it. Is this a Starforge?
This is a map. Some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malak must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves, but we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found.
I still don't understand about the Starforge, though. What does it do?
I don't know, but Revan and Malak were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more. But I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and Hizmanan. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be.
Maybe those worlds will have more clues.
I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malak visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge, and some way to destroy it.
That sounds like quite a supposition. What if you're wrong?
What if I'm right? We can't ignore this. Finding the Starforge might very well be the key to defeating the Sith. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action. Though I suspect our task has only just begun.
Indeed. Alright, so we'll head back to the council real quick. That's the star map, huh? It's actually really good, especially for 2003. But okay, let's move. Bastila seems to have something on her mind. I'll wait until after I talk with the council before I talk with her again. Carth, come on, dude. Where you at, boy? Carth? Okay, here he comes. Alright, let's talk with the council. Where are they at? Okay, they're over here. I always get lost in this roundabout. But okay, here we are.
Ah, you have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
We found an incomplete star map and mentioned something called a Star Forge.
This news of a Star Forge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Star Forge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done. Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge.
Sounds like a suicide mission to me.
Ever brash, ever disrespectful. This is what we have pinned our hopes on?
Peace, Rook. We have discussed this. There is no other choice. The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
Am I to undertake this task alone, then?
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
Oh, that's nice. We got another Jedi on our team. There are others that want to join me, though.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
When do I leave?
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malik becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Wow, that's quite a quest that we have going for ourselves, don't we? Alright, well, I guess the only real thing that we can do right now is go back to the Ebon Hawk. Then I'll catch up with my party members dialogue-wise. I'll see you there. Oh, Padawan, a word if I may. There are many rumors about your most recent meeting with the Jedi Council. There is talk they are sending you on a mission to help us against Malik and the Sith. How do you know the Council gave me a mission? I saw you going into the Council chambers. You were in there for some time. I naturally assumed the Council giving you a task to perform. Please understand that I am not asking you to reveal anything that could endanger the Order or the Republic. Whatever task the Council's given you is for your ears, not mine. I only wanted to wish you well, and to warn you to be careful. There are many evils out there, many dangers. The Sith are not the only minions of the dark side. What are you talking about? Master Dorak has been training me to succeed him as Chronicler here in the Academy. In my studies, I've come across tales of creatures that are born to the dark side, monsters of pure evil. The worst of these abominations is the Tyrannotek, a beast that feeds on the blood of those who are strong in the Force. Over the centuries, many Jedi have fallen to their ravenous hunger. It's hard to believe an animal can pose a threat to a Jedi. The Tyrannotek is a predator, and we Jedi are its prey. They are incredibly strong with a primal cunning, and they have an inborn resistance to the Force. Ooh. There are some who believe the Tyrannotek is a monster bred by the ancient Sith, and spread throughout the galaxy to destroy the Jedi. Fortunately, they're quite rare. They only dwell in the most dangerous and darkest of places. In fact, one has not been seen in nearly 40 years. Sounds like they're extinct. This is not the first time the Tyrannotek has vanished for long periods of time. Many believe they can lay dormant for years, only to rise and hunt when the power of the dark side waxes full. I fear Malik's rise may awaken these creatures from their dormant state. Once the Sith are beaten, I will not be surprised if the Council orders another great hunt to try and exterminate them. The Great Hunt? What's that? The Great Hunt was organized by the Jedi Council shortly after the war against Exar Kun. Jedi were scattered throughout the galaxy, helping to rebuild from the devastation. Many Jedi vanished during this period, disappearing from a variety of worlds without warning. We did not know they had been slain until their mutilated bodies began to be discovered. The Council investigated, and discovered the Tyrannotek were behind the killings. It was decided that the galaxy had to be purged of these insatiable monsters, though the cost proved high. So the Jedi just killed these creatures? The Tyrannotek are an abomination. They are ruthless engines of death and destruction. The Council has no choice but to destroy them for the greater good of the galaxy. Many Jedi banded together and journeyed to the planets that were suspected of harboring the Tyrannotek. The Great Hunt did not rest until all the creatures had been slain. Or almost all. There were still rumors of the Tyrannotek on the planet of Korriban, a dark world some believed to be the birthplace of the Sith. That's where Exar Kun was corrupted during the First Sith War. They never went to Korriban. The Council, fearing more Jedi might fall to the dark side, declared the Great Hunt was officially over, though 3 Jedi were appointed to continue the work. What's so special about those 3? The Jedi chosen to continue the hunt on their own were Duran Keldroma, Gunhan Suresh, and Shayla Noor. These 3 shared a powerful bond, and each of them was devoted to the light. The Council felt that together they would be able to defeat any Tyrannotek they found, and by supporting each other they could resist the temptations of the Korriban hunt and the Lord of the Dark Side. But none of the 3 survived. Their master felt them become one with the Force when they left this world. He believed they were slain by the monsters they sought. The Council felt it was too dangerous to send anyone else in search of their remains, so their exact fate is not known. But let their deaths serve as a warning to you, Padawan. Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful. A final warning as you go, Padawan. Don't underestimate the Tyrannotek. If you do, you may suffer the same fate as those who disappeared after the Great Hunt. Good to know. Alright. And we will discover exactly what the threat attack are later on in this game. I'll talk to you in a second, Carth. Jeez. Alright, so I'm probably going to spend the rest of this episode catching up with my squad mates, so let's do just that. Oh, and by the way, welcome aboard the Ebon Hawk. We didn't really get to see too much of her since we left Terrace, so this is the garage area. Candaris usually sits here. There's a swoop bike right behind him that we could use later on. Over here's the engine room where the hyperdrive is. Oops. Running into walls here. This is the storage room, where there's some supplies. There's nothing in these boxes, I don't think. Yeah, no. You can just put stuff there if you want it. What's this? Compartment? This appears to be some type of hidden smuggling compartment. Without proper codes, you won't be able to open it. Oh.
No problem. Didn't work.
Impossible. So I can't even break it open like that. Interesting. Well, over here are the left quarters. Or should I say port quarters, because, you know, this is a starship and all. There's T3, there's Big Z. Oh, yeah. And while you're aboard the Ebon Hawk, you can actually ask your party members to do stuff for you. So T3 can build your programming spikes. Big Z can build you grenades. Is there something you want? Can you make me a grenade? Alright, let's see what I can do. I think I have enough parts for something. Just a moment. There you are, one grenade. Careful with it. Maybe we'll talk later. I don't think Juhani can really contribute very much. Like, there are some party members who can, there are some party members who can't do stuff for you. Mission, you can... I think you can get security tunnelers from her that help with your security skill when you're trying to break open doors and lockers and such, and you can also play Bazak with her if you want.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Terrace. I still can't believe it's gone. I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone.
We haven't really talked with her since Terrace, have we? Well, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
I don't really think there's anything you can say. I just have to find some way to deal with it, I guess. It'll take some time. Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Terrace, the more chance some other planet will get wiped out. I guess that's what it comes down to. So don't worry about me. I'll be okay. And if you need my help against Malik or the Sith, I'll be there for you.
That's really mature of you, Mission. I like that. You know, she might not have seemed like the most mature person when we started out, but she does have a pretty positive attitude going forward.
Hey
so,
there. What can I do for you?
Yeah, she can make security spikes.
No problem. Just so happens I've got one here I've been working on. Here you go. I'll just add it to our inventory. Anything else you need?
I wanted to ask you about your brother while we're here. I might as well do that.
I'm sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up.
Want to talk about it?
My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Pazik. Griff could be a real smooth talker, and it wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked.
Did Lena dump him?
I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road.
Maybe she actually liked Griff.
I saw Lena for what she really was, a busty, credit-grubbing cantina rat. She used Griff and took away the only family I had. After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were gonna try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me, and we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went.
Maybe something happened to him.
Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Taurus, Lena sunk her claws into Griff but good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was the hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nothing for now.
Okay, have it your way.
Alright, let's talk with Candaris.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
What do you mean?
If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Why? What happened?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive, in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something, or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
An asteroid?
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
A ship?
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know?
Oh, and Candaris can also give you adrenal stimulants if you ask for them.
Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a stamina-boosting stimulant to help you get tougher. There anything else you need?
Let me ask more about the war stories here. I'll get caught up with them.
I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Oh, nice. Tell me the story.
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
These Althiri don't seem too bright.
They weren't stupid. Stupid races don't make starships and weapons of mass destruction. But they weren't masters of the arts of war as the Mandalorians are. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
You disobeyed your orders?
This is a chance given to a warrior once or twice in a lifetime. The chance to change the course of history in a single act. Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
Let me see if I can squeeze one more story out of him.
Your choice. Yeah, what do you... I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
What do you mean?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
You could have found another way.
I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
How did they redeem themselves?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
Alright, I think more for now.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Alright, so let's talk with Carth and Bastila real quick, because I know that they had something they wanted to say. Oh, by the way, that's the medical room, and this is just the central hub area. And Juhani's in like a little storage compartment over here. Maybe I'll talk with her then too. And this is just a security type room. This is the galaxy map, the Ebon Hawk's onboard navigational computer. When you're ready to leave Dantooine, you can use the galaxy map to travel to other planets around the galaxy. The destination is still stored in the Ebon Hawk's computer from the last trip Davik made with it. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's talk with Carth and Bastila first.
Yes, what's on your mind?
You've been very quiet lately, you know that?
Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
Left out of the loop? I don't understand. What do you mean?
Left out of the loop, you know, not being told anything, strung along. It's really starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Dantooine for training. Isn't that strange?
They thought it was more important that I help find the star maps than stay.
And why is that? You were a great help on Terrace, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you?
Well, they say that there's a bond between Bastila and myself.
A bond? What kind of bond? You mean to say that they told you that you were tied to Bastila in some way? I have trouble believing that. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why? That's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
Are you saying I'm not needed? No, you know what? Let me see if I can respond differently here. Bastila and I have a bond. We have to do this together. That's all I'm gonna say.
And what does that mean? Is this more of that destiny garbage that the Jedi keep talking about? Well, that can't be it. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm not gonna wait around until I'm betrayed again.
Carth. I am not going to betray you. I'm not Saul.
Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we? Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing.
Oh, Carth. I'm gonna try talking to you one more time, I guess. Even though I'm not sure I want to.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Never mind.
You got it.
Alright, Bastila, what do you have to say?
How can I help?
You look like something's bothering you.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
I think you're interested in more than just the bond between us.
Please. I'm a Jedi. Such feelings, such attractions are, well, they're beneath me, quite frankly. I admit I find you intriguing. I find your command of the Force intriguing, but my interest in you is purely academic. Surely you can understand why.
Right.
Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Our relationship? Is this some kind of clumsy come-on?
I was referring to the bond we share. The one the Jedi Council spoke of. If I was actually interested in you, rest assured I could come up with a much better approach than this.
Whoa, guess I touched a nerve there, huh?
Touched a nerve? No. Getting on my nerves, most definitely. I suppose this is what you men consider being witty. Now, are you going to answer my questions, or would you rather just keep annoying me?
I could answer the second one, but I'll take the. I'll answer a few questions.
Don't worry, these are simple questions, nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
Well, I'm a smuggler. Or I was before I joined the fleet.
Good. On which planet were you born?
Deralia. It's in a remote system. Why?
Excellent. Your current age is?
Hold on, wasn't all this in my service records?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
And what did you find out?
You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taris. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this. How can I help?
I want to talk about that dream that we had.
It was less of a dream and more of a vision the two of us shared. But I am certainly willing to answer any questions the Jedi Council did not.
I still don't understand why we shared this vision.
Are you wondering why we shared the vision? Or why we even received it in the first place? To the first, I can only repeat the answer that the Council gave us. Our fates are linked. And for two as strong as we are in the Force, that amounts to a near-physical bond. As to the second, I truly don't have an answer for you. The Force works as it will, and perhaps we should be grateful for what we've been given.
But how did our fates become linked?
I don't know. Believe me, I certainly don't find the prospect of being joined to you enjoyable in any fashion.
Oh, well, thanks a lot.
Please, forgive me. I did not mean to imply that you were repulsive in any sense of the word. that we shared something so personal is just not something I'm used to.
I have another question.
What would you like to know? Are you wondering...
It does seem a little convenient, though, doesn't it?
The Force often seems to cause events that bend the laws of probability, especially with those that are strongly affiliated with it. In this respect, you and I will simply have to become accustomed to such convenience. We are the tools of the Force, and we will do as it wills.
So, we have no free will of our own, then?
Quite the contrary. Ours is the ultimate free will. The Force is our destiny, but the choices we make along it are ultimately our own.
I have another question.
What would you like to...
Why did we dream of Malik and Revan?
Perhaps because we desired to. Perhaps because they came to this planet and were strong enough in the Force to leave a trace.
What do you mean by a trace?
They did something important here. Of that, I am certain. It may be simply that we are sensitive to that event, or it may not. We dreamed about Revan and Malik either because we were meant to, or because we needed to. There is no other way to look at it.
What do you think they were doing?
I have no idea. It was obviously important, however. That is why we must investigate this further.
Do you think we'll receive more of these visions?
With luck, we will. I would rather not rely on such visions to guide us. But when we have so little else to go on, and the galaxy hangs in the balance...
Well, that's all I wanted to know.
As you wish. How can I help?
You have something you wanted to ask me.
I do. How did you know?
Well, you keep staring at me. See anything you like?
You are easily the vainest, most arrogant man I have ever met. Besides, I know you can't be serious, since I was purposefully not staring in your direction. I am a Jedi, remember?
Uh-huh.
Too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you.
Ah!
I mean, whatever I think about you.
You're so cute when you're embarrassed.
That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
What do you think I should do?
I don't think there's much you can do. If things were different, I would recommend several years of training under one of the Jedi Masters. But I fear that won't be possible. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
Why are you getting so upset?
I'm sorry if I come across as harsh, but I am concerned. For you, for our mission, and for myself as well. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
Really? Well, it works both ways then, doesn't it? You can help me stay strong.
Yes, that is true. I will do my best to guide you, but I am no master. Not yet. And there are times when I find the sheer strength of your power almost overwhelming. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
I'd appreciate any help that you could offer.
I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
Alright, so we're approaching the hour mark here, folks, so I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook for more exciting updates. And if you really like this video, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/burningearthvfx. Help support the channel, help support future videos like this one, and we will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. I'm Burning Earth Chris. See you later. If you like this video, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/burningearththefx. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook for more exciting updates. And as always, thanks for watching.